Soda Foundation has been working with many students and student groups over the last year to enable them to learn cutting edge technology with open source projects. It has been a very fruitful experience, and here to wrap up day one of SodaCon 2020, our team OSIV with their easy to set up home lab for Soda. They will present how they set up and share how one can develop with Soda and Kubernetes. Over to you, Team OSIV.
Share computer sound.
Go ahead.
Let's go to that.
Are you sharing your screen because we're not seeing? Ah, yes, yes, there it
Yes.
is. Yeah, thank you. We see your screen now.
Hello everyone, this is Team OSIV and thanks for giving us this opportunity.
So our journey started when we met Sunil sir and Soda team at KubeCon in February 2020. And then we started attending community meetups. And soon we were added to the mentoring group on Slack. From there, our communication channel was open and we started receiving tasks. We also participated in Open Data Autonomy Meetup, a students panel, and currently we are working on Soda Home Lab setup, for which we have raised our first PR. And also we are working on the Delphine UI installer, which is work in progress. So students are very sensitive and vulnerable. There are many obstacles for a student contributor. Things like timetable issues, lack of resources, lack of proper guidance, etc. And we are fortunate that Sanil sir and Soda community in general are very open-minded and patient people. So what generally ends up happening is that students particularly treat open source engagements as a diet plan. Invest a few days and expect a result. So this causes spikes and false assumptions of accomplishments with no permanent evolution. So one must visualize these contribution journey as martial art trainings, a long-term investment where one will gain and as well as share knowledge.
So path for student contribution should be first to improve technical documentation. This helps one to understand the complete architecture and components of the project. In our scenario, we have intentionally opted to contribute to documentation first so that we are able to lay an easier path for newcomers. UI testing and unit testing helps get familiarized with the project. Next.
So we have accomplished a very simple Vagrant-based home lab setup. It provides with a ready-to-use soda. So with Kubernetes as an orchestrator and Ceph as storage backend. So any contributor can start with real soda workflows. And we have received, next slide please. Yeah, so we have added home lab setup documentation to help new folks in getting started with soda testing. We have received few review commits. We will update our docs for edge release, and the process taught us a lot of practical technologies like GitHub workflows, Netlify, Travis CI, Markdown, documentation as code approach, Kubernetes, Ceph, VMware ESXi, AWS, etc. So next over to Joy.
Thank you, Rahul. So I'll be discussing the most interesting part, which is the future task we are looking forward to. So we want to be part of SODA enhancement effort. We would like to contribute to interfacing big data tools like Spark, Hadoop, and Alexio with SODA. Next slide, please. And the another drive which we want to run is we want to offer same services to enterprise blockchain platforms
like Hyperledger Fabric and Polkadot, with special consideration for both ledger data and off-chain data. So I want to introduce this workflow contract plane. So there has to be certain guarantees communicating from the storage stack via Soda to a new layer, which we would like to call the workflow contract plane. Guarantees like GDPR, which is General Data Protection Regulation, it is a game-changing, user-centric data privacy European Union law set. Another one is off-chain data storage, which is non-transactional, generally block data that is too large to be stored in the blockchain. Last one is pseudo pair, which is an approach which will involve the delegation of admin responsibilities to more than one party. The reason for this layer, for now, to come into existence is because the paradigm is shifting from imperative to functional style, and Soda has to evolve with the same. So I would like to end this our slide on the note that sometime we have to reinvent from the scratch, just like Apple did with the launch of the M1 processor. So next slide, please.
Now we're gonna present a video capturing some of our moments.
No, wait.
I believe you've stopped sharing.
Yes, sir. We are sharing the video now.
Okay.
We are intact seeking the same thing, and that's a place like a dojo where we can grow and build strong future. Wishing everyone best of luck and thank you.
Are you sharing your presentation, because we're just seeing the video thank you screen at the end?
Yes,
Yes, sir. This is our final
this
screen.
is our final screen.
Oh, okay, all right. Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. So in the video, we demonstrated the infrastructure on which we really tested our Soda home lab setup. So we wanted to everyone to show our infrastructure as well as how we enjoy in our dojo. So thanks for giving us the opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, team OSIV. It was very nice to see the involvement of the entire team. The best part was it's not just about learning about tech, but also learning about each other and learning to be a family together. I saw the Kofta learning sessions, and I think the best part of the video has to be the youngest contributor to Soda, which was Noor. Thank you so much again, and we hope to grow this contribution and this collaboration for a long time to come now.